So the trapper's coming in here. Do you see the trapper coming in here? So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to see whether we're going to get a trap above that price. I mean, that's the whole point of the trap indicator, is to try and now trap into this trap area. Now, the price doesn't sell off immediately from the trap because the buy-side value is still there at the point, right? So when we see the seller coming in at that point, I'm now interested in this area up here where the line is. I'm now going to be focusing my attention on that area because it is trapping in here. We know it's trapping here. So if we know it's trapping from there, and I'd bring the shaded area along, what we can now do is we can now draw down into a lower time frame and look for those traps, right? So we can go down into the 30 seconds, for example, and we can see that we do have a trap level here in the same location on a 30 second. Drop it down to a 15 second, and again, we can see the exact top line trap now coming in, can't we? So now we've almost got the perfect price area to try and trap on a lower time frame. It's right there. So working down into the lower time frame, you can see that we've got some buy side cats. What does a buy side cat do? It goes, it goes buy side cats. What does a cat do? Well, the cat tells us that this should be a capper trade here and that we should be selling on the angle. If it's a capper trade, we should be selling on the angle. Well, there's your angle. That's the basic idea of the cats trade. So we get the cats trade pushing the price up into that value divergence, into that trap at the top edge. And 54.85s, 54.40s, a wonderful bit of sell side value, a wonderful bit of sell side business, a great technical trade outcome for anybody on the trade, and a great technical. And that was on top of the fact that we've just ripped a massive winner from the buy side of the book, and that was spectacular. Fund guys, well, pretty fair value, but they have distributed most of their longs by now. I don't see them getting short. I don't see them getting net short. So at the moment, fund guys distributed their longs. Happy to have done that. One of the biggest trades you could probably see there from a commercial point of view. Can anybody spot the biggest trade on that screen in front of you? Anybody spot the biggest trade on that screen in front of you? I'll give you a clue. It begins with O. What was our slippiest trade on oil, guys? What was our slippiest trade level on oil today? We told you this morning. It was 75, right? The slippiest level we had this morning was 75 sell side. Does everybody agree with that? Well, you'd be stupid if you didn't. So here it is here, rather than anybody become stupid. So we know that the only slippy sell side level we've got is 61.75, right? So that's the only slippy sell side level we've got today. So we wanted, remember, we had this conversation this morning, Paul. It's not news, right? It's not news. It's an actual reality check, isn't it? So sell side 75s because we wanted to attack 75 every time. We wanted to attack the 75 here. That's that slippy sell that we had before here. Well, with the massive value divergence here, the only place I can sell is at higher prices. So you can see that we start seeing the inflation forecast here is sell side. The swap dealers don't agree with the sell, but we're selling at higher prices. We can't sell at lower prices. We've got to sell at higher prices. But who did agree with the sell? The commercial paper, didn't they? So when you're looking at the commercial paper, is there anybody that doesn't see this big commercial seller coming in here? Same trade, right? Same bloody trade. Sell side off that bit of number there. Sell side off that bit of number. as the oil trade, wasn't it? Same trade as the oil. Oil. And we had this conversation as well, didn't we, about the oil being correlated at the moment to that equity outcome because it's trade sanctions and trade tariffs related. So when we see equities getting put under a little bit of sell-side pressure, that's going to be another possible reason why sell-side oil might just play out. And if you've been selling your equities at the top edge, well, that opportunity to sell oil at the top edge also became a real thing. We'd also told everybody this morning, so no luck if you didn't listen. Great trade, great outcome. Well done, anybody that's trading oil.